to watch the game, watching them, seeing how they act in the portal will tell us a lot about what they think about those two rooms moving forward. I can go to my next guy here if you want on the offensive line.
Do we want to briefly talk about Sam West? Because we had the discussion off air, but
before we go to offense, kind of want to give a Jaja Boyd at safety. I just want to throw that out.
I'm glad you brought him up.
A lot of 16 out there. I think we might see a lot of 16 come August, come September, come October. Whether that's special teams or rotating in, he's gonna be involved.
That's a kid who got hurt last year towards the beginning of the year and kind of wasn't really able to get his feet under him. But again, Jamie, you could speak to this. You wrote about this too. But the versatility that kid displayed, again, have to go back to high school, the conference that he played in. Like, he was conference player of the year in high school. Like, this is like, he's a talented dude. He was playing both sides of the ball.
He was committed. I believe he was committed to JMU.
He was a JMU guy,
but he was like a legit 3-star. So like getting a legit 3-star. I know he's from like Philadelphia or whatever, so I'm sure it was connection there. But still, I'm getting a kid like that who's like in the top 1,000. That's a legit prospect, and he looks athletic as hell. So I mean, I don't know. We haven't seen him. So another guy. I'm glad you brought him up. That's a guy that I was hoping to see, and I'm excited to see where they start using him. 100% on special teams he's going to be used. But if there's any injuries, I mean, right now I have him as the backup at the rover position behind Devin Boykin. And I'm not really sure if it's going to be Lou Moore or Devin Boykin. Maybe they're both kind of like in the box type safeties. That's where they're best. But I'm not sure which one will actually play that kind of strong safety and which one will play the rover. But my point is that Jaja Boyd I have him right behind him. Right behind Devin Boykin right now. So I think he's going to play, and hopefully we see that in these clips that are going to come out.
I like that Jaja Boyd at the rover, just kind of seeing where his size is at right now. I just kind of see it. My safety room is Farrell and Moore back there. I heard they're like best friends. So I kind of just like the vibes, and then Devon Boykin coming in at that nickel.
Yeah. Boykin was awesome last year. If you look at his PFF stuff, he was awesome at NC State. Or maybe it was 2 years ago. He missed all of last year, but 2 years ago he was awesome.
Yeah, he's kind of a steal sleeper portal pickup that we got.
Yeah, I don't think people haven't talked about it. He's Sean Asbury essentially. He's like that same like 5'11", 195 listed at 5'10", 195. But like that's the Sean Asbury thing where he's just going to come up and smoke you. Doesn't care about himself, just going to come up and hit you, and that's the guy you want at that rover. So.
Yeah, and Keyser mentioned I remember, it just kind of clicked to me right now on the Mark Rogers show. You mentioned how a big point of Indiana was there was one clear weakness that we addressed, and that was kind of getting beat in the middle in the pass game on defense. And Devon Boykin being a cover guy as opposed to Terry Jones in the box, thumper rover. You have Devon Boykin more of a coverage rover who can still get aggressive in the run game. Kind of a different aspect to the defense that I think should be addressed, just personnel-wise, in terms of being able to cover crossers over the middle. Devon Boykin fits the bill.
Well, and one of the things go ahead. Really quickly.
Go ahead.
It's exciting, I think, because it seems like a little thin in the safety room right now. But I want to see, maybe that means like, because they did get Amarian Knighton from Northern Illinois as a transfer, who's like 6 foot 174 listed at. I mean, that's thin. He had the game clinching interception against Notre Dame. But do they use him as a slot type? Like, I think it's going to be interesting to see, because if they all stay, which I hope they do, the 4 corners that I think are going to be legit, they probably need to get them on the field. I wonder if that'll be a spot where, against a team like when they're playing against Iowa, he's not going to play. Those guys aren't going to really play at all because there's only a couple wide receivers on the field. But when they start playing teams that are totally spread, you're going to want more speed on the field. So maybe instead of having a thumper like Boykin, you bring Knighton and have him play a similar position. So
Gandy.
It's exciting.
Or
Gandy. We haven't talked about Gandy.
Put Sharp inside and move Gandy out, and then have Sharp cover. If they have, Emeka and Buka, he won't be playing next year. He's going to the NFL, but they have that type of guy running slot routes. Perfect guy to put on him. You mentioned track speed. You mentioned length. That's exactly what you want.
Do you want to mention Sam West? Because
Oh, no, hold on. I want to hold offense real quick. I wanted to make I completely forgot what my point was going to be about no. Indiana's defensively, they got a lot more versatile. They'll actually be able to play more of like a true nickel, true dime package, and actually have like
the guys to do
cover guy be able to play in the slot, because like
Right.
that was a huge issue last year. And then we got our weekly Byron Baldwin Jr. question in the chat. He's on
my safety 2D. My backup safeties are Bonds and Baldwin.
I love Byron Baldwin Jr.
I think that's 100%. It's going to be Bonds and Baldwin. I think Baldwin hopefully forces his way to getting some playing time, but I think Farrell is also like an all-conference player.
Yeah.
He's legit. So I guess it's probably good that Baldwin's a backup, maybe, that he's going to have to learn under a guy that's awesome. I hope we see him next year, and I was hoping to see him in the spring, but we'll see what they do. I hope we, because you see in the clips on Twitter a little bit, you can't miss number 2. One of my favorite.
Can't miss him at all. I wouldn't be surprised to see him at Rover. I know he played a little bit.
I agree, 100%.
Francis. Yeah. He can cover. That's a really talented dude. And again, even like we'll say this again for the 3rd week in a row. Even if the kid ends up not starting, I hope that it's because the guys in front of him are just that good and they have to play, and it's not that like he just couldn't play or he's a freshman, maybe he's not ready. But I think he just has the talent level that, like, regardless of how anybody's playing, in some capacity, he's just going to work his way onto the field because he's that good of a football player. Seonta Stewart, 2C3. That dude's a monster. Freshman, I believe he's listed at 6'3", 190 already, which is insane. Maybe he's not that big yet. But
dream corner, oh my goodness, 6'3".
And they say he's athletic enough to play on the outside too. So like there's like, again, that was part of the list I rattled off in the class of 25 and 24. But there's a lot of really exciting young guys on this roster.
Stewart, and not to cut you off, but the thing with Stewart, from what I've read on the message boards and whatnot, is that they seem like they think he's coming in as a corner. I don't have him listed as a corner on my depth chart because he's longer and still thicker. We have to see it first. He
actually looks like a linebacker.
He has that weird thumper, like aggressive,
almost like a Rover.
Like he has that Jalen Ramsey tendency where it's like, okay, he's kind of he's so tall. Like, is he a corner? I'm not sure, but he also has really good cover skills, and he's a really good tackler. Like, I could play him at safety in theory, but I think you just kind of play him at both throughout his redshirt freshman year and just kind of see where he kind of makes the most plays at through when he's like running scout team and stuff like that. See what he's able to do.
I'm with you.